Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here again at Avalanche, double checking a few key factors. Important stuff being this descending trend line, this 50-day SMA that we're still stuck underneath, and the fact that we can't seem to find our bottom. We're going to look at some larger time frame, scenarios, support level, resistance ranges, and just kind of make sure we're on the right track, and then obviously quickly confirm liquidation levels too. And generally speaking, most liquidation levels are swept to the downside for most coins. So there's very little left, minus some late lows. So we'll talk about that too. If you're new to the channel though, welcome aboard. I hope you can learn something today. If you do want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site. Link down below. We do have a good trading academy, community, and signals group. We got an awesome new format with our signals. Absolutely excited about that. So let's take a quick look here at the last 1 month's worth of trading in AVAX liquidation. Everything to the downside has been swept, and we got some pretty substantial liquidation levels to the upside here. We can see somewhere in the range of 350 million liquidation worth of price point. I guess that'd be $40 as a rough estimate, rounding up a little bit. Let's just say $37.50 to $40 is that round number for those liquidation levels. So again, more likelihood of the price pulling back up to be able to get that level swept, but that's a long ways away too. We cannot get ourselves into this thought process. This price is just going to return, okay, or recover instantly. Anyways, we zoom in a little closer. We can see there's closer liquidation levels to the upside at about $30, as well as a heavier concentration of 31. Okay, so 30 to 31 is that area we could see retested here soon. We get a bit of a relief rally. And to give you perspective, that still puts us underneath this resistance range here. So 30 to 31, this is roughly the area that we're going to see that liquidation level, okay, or that liquidation event occur. Once again, it's not massive, but it's still pretty large. That would also give us, quote unquote, confirming factors to be, in better position with our shorter term trend line. Okay. So again, is that a consideration for a short? I would say in short, yes. $31, probably a prime area to consider shorting this coin, just because that's been a very strong support level for a long time. Now that we're underneath that, we got to presume it's going to work as a resistance. And on top of that, we're expecting Bitcoin to continue to pull back. Okay. So that all combined together leads me to believe that shorts are going to be much more successful moving forward, specifically after a bearish backtest of the previous support level turned into a resistance. Okay, that's what we like to look for. We're not there yet though. A little premature, I think personally, to take either a long or a short. We're in this transition right now. So for those who are wondering, where the heck are the signals? Well, you don't want to destroy yourself by just taking too many signals. We all know what happens when you do that. I got very confident with our Fed meeting leading into it, and we took 4 signals and all just stopped out. It's an absolute bummer. Definitely happens sometimes. You can go on streaks, but don't forget there's good 50, 60, almost, I think somewhere in the range of 70 good trades this year so far, or the last couple months rather, that we've taken that have all been very successful. So try not to forget that there's still light at the end of the tunnel here, folks. Okay, so when it comes to the daily time frame, let's recognize this here. We can talk about the 20-day SMA working its way down. It's fairly concurrent with that descending trend line. We could talk about the fact that we're bouncing off 30 in the RSI, but the truth is these are all still very terrible things. Generally speaking, though, at 30 on the RSI and money flow index at 20, it's a common occurrence to see the price action recover and bounce from there. Okay, I'm not expecting monumental things, but I do think that we might see a slight relief rally to that, again, $30 to $31 range. Stochastic is swinging up. We're starting to see that. And MACD is no longer diverging, but still pretty terrible. No matter how you look at it, though, we are getting to an overextended state, so another couple days at this level would give us that natural correction for a potential reversal. Okay, at least reversal to the upside. So do not walk away from this thinking that we're good to go. But we should experience somewhat of a relief rally here soon. It would make sense considering just how battered and torn most altcoins are, specifically AVAX. We take a look at the moving averages on the 4-hour. We're still below all 4. Not good, right? We're still under 50 on the RSI. Stochastic hitting its peak, trying to pull back here when we're under 50 on the RSI. Generally, that's not a good combination. Okay, so it gives me the indication that we are seeing a false positive breakout here and that we have more likelihood of the price breaking down. We do see a MACD convergence here, of course, so we're going to let this play out, kind of see what happens. My expectation is that we're going to get some resistance between 29 and 31. I would say $31 would be a solid consideration for a short, because right now if we look at the hourly, a lot of coins are exuding this behavior, whereas they're not breaking free from the cloud yet, but the lagging span is free and clear and the conversion lines of the baseline. That really tells us that there's good momentum and a good shift in direction here, and that the likelihood of the price going up is higher than it is going down. Again, we don't have full confirmation, but even if we did, I'd still make sure that you are apprehensive and you secure profits when you can. This is no longer the kind of market where you can just be super greedy, set it and forget it, and a week or a month later, you're like 500% up. Okay, some people might show those results because they're using too high leverage, but they're not sharing with you how many times they get stopped out. If we take a look at this here though, I would say you got a good 4 to 5% before we start seeing some resistance. Best case scenario, good 10 to 11% upwards of that $30 mark, where we see that most recent level liquidation swept. That's kind of a better case scenario for us, but I'm not convinced that AVAX is back on track. You shouldn't be either because there's nothing showing that. Minus the hourly time frame showing that we have a tentative turnaround. This means nothing in the grand scheme of things until we see this consistently over the next few days. Okay, so do not get ahead of yourself, folks. Just trying to be in the voice of reason here, because I know there's probably a lot of idiots out there promoting how great this coin looks right now just because it's like 15 minutes fame when you got the smaller time frames. Either way, that is what it is. Okay, that's how we're at. Most coins are looking the same though. There's no other way around it. It's easy to understand. Bumper sticker version. Quick little heads up, altcoins are still struggling, but we're starting to see a slight relief rally here today just because Bitcoin's tentatively found its bottom after sweeping its lower level liquidity. Just do not get it twisted, folks here. If you take a look here, look at Bitcoin's liquidation levels. We can see here, sorry, it's this guy right here. There's a tremendous amount of liquidation at 63,000. That's roughly about, what, $8 to $9 billion worth of liquidation. It's a lot, and there's a strong chance we're going to see that continue to get swept. If we see that, AVAX is going to retest more recent lows. In fact, we forgot to do this. I apologize. We're going to look at long-term support levels. And if we do take a look here at, just say the last year's worth of trading, roughly, we had this resistance range right about $24 to $19. So I'd say between 19 and 24 would be that rough estimate of a range where we can see a lot of resistance occurring. That should be the new support if we come down that low. Okay. It's just a spitball for the moment, just to give you some perspective, but we're not there yet. I just do not blindly take a long position right now because you feel good about the fundamentals of this coin or you believe in it. That is a bad move. That's all I can say. Okay, join us on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, TikTok, now, and YouTube Shorts. So have some fun with that. It's been a lot of fun for me to make that for you. So appreciate the requests. I typically have 1 or 2 TikToks Shorts per day, and that's available on Twitter and YouTube. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. Oh, one last thing, if you're still watching, check out Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. Link down below for some excellent rewards. This is only available until the end of the month, so I'm just trying to make sure you're aware of that. Easy deposit bonus, and it's a phenomenal exchange with no KYC or VPN. Check them out. Have a good one. Thanks again for your time. See you soon.